Camera number 345 of 365 is the Kowa Model E. I've done a couple of these and I must say I do like them a lot. Maybe it's because I do like these heavy metal made cameras. They're manual. It does have a built-in coupled meter, and we'll discuss that in a few moments. But I do need to be very careful what I say about this camera, of course, because it is listening, or at least according to the manual. The introduction to the camera in the manual, it says the Kowa E in your hand is glad it has found a good master. Believing it will give you a lasting satisfaction, Kowa offers you congratulations on your new possession and expresses its thanks for your patronage. Your camera was born in the Electrics and Optics division of the Kowa Company Limited. So we have to be careful how we handle this very sensitive camera. But it is a very accomplished photo taker, and hopefully that will be demonstrated at the end with the photographs. But let's just run through some of the features of the camera. As I say, it's a fully manual camera and has a fixed lens which can't be taken off. However, it does have an option to add via the screw thread additional lenses. In fact, I do have a lens which I got slightly distracted by. It's this one here. It's a pano wider super wide lens, and it just screws on to the lens filter thread. Oops. And now I have a very wide lens, and I've taken a few photographs which hopefully will be demonstrated at the end. And so it does have very interesting possibilities that can be exploited on this camera. But the lens itself, oops, let's just put that away, is a Kowa optical lens, a 50mm f2 lens, and so we focus with the outer barrel. This one seems quite stiff, but not unpleasantly so. And then moving in to the inner circle here, we have our aperture, and then round the lens mount, if you like, are our shutter speeds, which go from bulb to 1/500th of a second. And so now I mentioned it was a coupled meter. It's a match needle system, and the idea is that we point our camera, the light meter here, and by setting our film speed, which we do, which I've almost forgotten, just between the aperture and the shutter speed, is this little dial here, where my finger is, and with this little handle we pull it open, pull it out, and then we can rotate it to our chosen film speed. So we've calibrated, if you like, the meter in a way. And then when we look through our viewfinder, once we've, first of all, the manual suggests we choose our shutter speed first. So I was typically shooting, because it was quite dark when I went out with this camera, around a 60th. And then by altering the aperture, we make sure that the needle gets into the middle where there's a little cutout, allowing us to make sure that our meter, and the meter seemed quite accurate actually, although I did tend to defer to handheld meter, but it did seem to be quite accurate, I must say, which is quite remarkable really, given the age of the camera. So we have we can choose our flash type with this little lever here, and then we have flash synchronization port, and we have a on the top here our little cable release that we can put in there, our film advance and a film counter. Quite a noisy camera, quite an interesting sound though, so I'll just turn the microphone around to appreciate that. So it very much sounds like the shutter opens, and then the mirror tends to be a little bit, quite a bit later actually. I mean, obviously it is going to be later, but let's just actually open the door, which we do. The film door is opened with this little latch here where my finger is, and then maybe we can see the action there. So it's interesting. I'm not. I have had a couple of cameras like that, but it just seems a little different. On the base, we have our little lever that disengages the film advance, so we can rewind our film back into our canister, and then we have our tripod mount here. It's in really good condition. I'm really pleased to have this, and I've really got to get rid of some of my cameras, but this isn't going to be one of them. I do like these, as I say, very much. Really enjoyed my time out with it. The lens, looking through the viewfinder, there's bits of dust and what have you, but that didn't diminish the pleasure I got from using the camera. So I think that's pretty much it really as regards the Kowa Model E. Yes, that's it really. So that has been camera number 345 of 365.